Hey everybody, hope you're well. I want to ask you something. You know, we live in a world with a lot of abuse and a lot of anger and a lot of contentment, and we're always divided against each other and at odds. And I would like to know, I would like us to think about something. If somebody comes up to you, right? They get up in your face and they cuss you out, or they call you ignorant, or they call you fat, or they talk about your mother, or whatever. I want you to think about something. In that situation, imagine that situation, right? Somebody comes up and they say, anything, just degrades you somehow, which they can't actually do. But they do this, and we get angry, right? If we get angry or we get irritated, whose fault is that? Now, naturally, most of us are going to say, well, obviously the guy that came up and assaulted me and degraded me, but I beg to differ. I mean, think about it. Why is it we think that somebody else has control over our emotions? Why would we imagine that to be true? If we get irritated and we get angry because somebody comes up and verbally assaults us, here's what we've done. We have placed, in that moment, more value on that person's ability to think and what they believe over our very own. Because the truth is, right, if our core beliefs inside of us are in alignment, if we love ourselves, if we respect ourselves and our own ability to think and what we believe about ourselves, friend, it's not going to matter what they say. Because you place the value on yourself and what you believe about you. It makes no difference what they say. In fact, you know what I think we should do? I think we should get to the point where we have that kind of love and confidence in our own abilities and who we are as people, that when they come up to us and they spew that on us, we can say, are you done? Do you need to get out a little more? Go ahead. Go ahead. Get it out. Have fun with that thing. That'll really piss them off. But hey, you understand what I'm trying to say, And listen, we can say, well, Mason, that's just your opinion. It may or may not be true. Listen. It might be someone's opinion that Michigan is actually Mexico, and vice versa. Mexico is Michigan. And I might be a lunatic in a padded room in some mental asylum in New York and think and believe and have it be my opinion that I'm sitting on a beach in Hawaii sipping Mai Tais. Just because we believe or think things, it's never, ever, ever going to make them true. This is important distinction to make, because I feel like amidst a lot of the new age propaganda that's out there, there's this whole line of thinking what's true for you is true for you, and what's true for me is true for me. And listen, man, there's real truth in this world, and it can be found and it can be had. And we do right in trying to figure it out. That's when the light comes in, We like to talk about enlightenment. We need to get to know ourselves. And I'm talking to me as much as anybody. I'm not trying to give you the impression that I've arrived and I got this shit figured out, because I don't. And like anybody, it's hard. But it's necessary. We need to figure out how to love ourselves. I need to figure it out. And when we do that, we can start observing this world, and we can start seeing people and things in a whole new light. Even if we see someone else doing it to another person, it doesn't have to overtake our emotions, because we can step back and we can understand that, hey, you know what? That person is hurting inside. I know their behavior is looking really ugly and really nasty, and it makes me want to point the finger at them. And you know why we do that? You know why we point the finger? Because our egos are fragile, and we think that if we can point a finger and lessen another person, it somehow makes us more. And our egos are fragile because we don't, in our core beliefs about who we are, we don't really believe in ourselves. We don't really love ourselves. And so we look to everything else to try to keep us afloat, keep us stable. Oh shit, you know? None of it is out there. None of it. It is all inside of you. Jesus Christ was right. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Who wants to go to heaven with me? Let's figure this thing out. Let's do it. Let's love each other. Have a good day.